What's going on, guys? My name is TechnoFunk, and today's video we are going to be doing a second version of the 2022 NFL mock draft that I did, I think, a little over 2 months ago. A lot of things have changed. There have been trades for the for some draft picks. There have been, uh, obviously, uh, new needs as some teams get their original needs through free agency. That has been really insane so far, and this is actually going to be a unedited TechnoFunk video. Yes, again, after I literally just uploaded my first one like 2 months ago. Yeah, I'm that lazy. I literally need to get a video out, or else I'm going to be classified as dead by somebody. Now, for the first pick, we still have the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm pretty sure they were still the first pick. I hope they were. And if I'm wrong, I'm stupid. Now, you may see something different. The number one overall pick isn't Aiden Hutchinson anymore, and he is actually second behind Trayvon Walker. Now, my thoughts behind this, I just think, how the hell did Trayvon Walker? I'm pretty sure he was originally a 15th overall pick, projected, and yet he just jumped all the way up to number one for no reason. I'm starting to think that the stupidity of NFL mock drafts is just coming from Trayvon Walker. So, but I am still going to draft him mainly because I want to get on that bandwagon. I'm just kidding, by the way. But that's going to be the number one overall pick going to the Jacksonville Jaguars, Trayvon Walker, the Jaw of Georgia. Now, obviously, the Michigan to Michigan connection, it's pretty obvious I'm going with Aiden Hutchinson here at number two, as the Lions desperately need edge. Even though they need QB, everybody finally realized that the QB class sucks this year. It's not even a joke. I don't like this QB class. There is a solid chance that none of these quarterbacks just ever progress at all. Some of the ones that from the 2021 NFL draft are probably going to do. So I'm going with Aiden Hutchinson, which is probably the Lions' safest pick so far. Now, I could go edge for the Houston Texans, but if you guys did see my tweet, which one guy did, and that was Element, which he just responded with a slug's reaction, you know that I want to pick Ahmad Gardner here. I love this guy. He's the cornerback out of Cincinnati. Now, obviously, that's where I live. He is by far the best cornerback in this draft class, and I wouldn't be surprised if he really showed that on the field. I personally think that Ahmad would probably go because obviously the Texans' edge issue is their second biggest issue, not their first. So obviously they want to get their biggest issue out of the way first before they actually tackle something later on in the draft, such as at pick 13, which they traded for from Cleveland because they traded Deshaun Watson, if you guys didn't know, to Cleveland because Baker Mayfield sucked ass last season because of injury. I personally think he should be given another chance, but at the exact same time, Baker Mayfield has been mediocre overall in the past 4 years at Cleveland. So, realistically, they got that trade done. They got a big deal with it, and they got a good pick for it. Now, next is the New York Jets. Now, I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure I picked Ika Ekwonu for pick number 4 for the Jets, but I can't be specific or sure enough. But I know it was definitely a tackle because I knew that it would possibly be a weird reach if I took an edge, which is their second concern. So I'm going to go with the more experienced Evan Neal. And I just realized that Ika Ekwonu just changed from number 5 to number 6 in an hour. I was on this page when I was in school today. That's weird. Anyways, the Giants, they need offensive line so badly. It is unbelievable. They have gotten. I'm pretty sure people have made jokes about like one of the Giants fans just starting as quarterback, and I'm just. It's quite literally insane because so many quarterbacks that they got so badly injured, and they have been not the laughingstock of the NFL, but more impressive than not with the fact that literally Daniel Jones literally caught a pass. I don't think I've seen a play like that since the Philly special or the fail of the Philly special. So I'm actually going to go with Ika Makwanu. I know it may be a little bit of a reach, about the exact same time. It's like one pick away from his projected pick. But realistically, people say that Carolina wants to go with offensive tackle and to trade with somebody like San Francisco or Cleveland to get Baker Mayfield or I don't know, Jimmy Garoppolo just to fix their quarterback situation. But the last time they tried doing that, it failed miserably. So realistically, I don't see a good plan, and like I don't see like the success rate of that being really high. And I know their O line is bad, but at the exact same time, they literally have a second round pick that I think they could possibly fix that with, and I hope they can do so. Now, um, I'm obviously gonna go with the same pick I did in my last video, which is it's definitely it's gonna have to be Kenny Pickett, mainly because I've seen them scout him so much to the point where it's just like it's obvious that they're gonna go with him anyways. Now I just realized something. The Ika Makwanu draft that I did with the Ika Makwanu pick that I did with the Giants, that was supposed to be Evan Neal before he was changed like a while ago because I made that tweet not too long ago, even though it got changed. Now, obviously, I'm going to keep my original one the exact same, which is Kayvon Thibodeau. Now, the reason being is because I'm pretty sure the Giants scouted him quite a bit, but I'm pretty sure they scouted Jermaine Johnson the most. Now, for number 7, this is actually no, this is number 8. I am so stupid. For number 8, I think it's really obvious that I want to go with the receiver here. Besides the fact that like the Falcons need really bad defensive help, especially with the edge issue. But I don't think they need as much help with the defense as much as they need with the offense now, because if you didn't know, a lot of shit has happened. Matt Ryan got traded to the Colts. That leaves them with only Marcus Mariota. And then we have no receivers because I'm pretty sure. Who was it? I already know the Calvin Ridley situation, which was him getting. He got like suspended for a year for gambling on games, which I mean it's weird because why can't you gamble on games even if you play in the NFL? That doesn't make any sense. I don't really know why they went for that. I think there's something else that I missed from that original post by the NFL. But realistically, they need wide receiver help really bad, and I think the best help is Garrett Wilson. He is possibly the best wide receiver in the draft. I don't know because I have not done a mock draft in a while, and so much shit has changed. I have seen so many of Bengals mock drafts to the point where it's just like it is changing like 24/7 on who is the best and who isn't for each position. And it kind of pisses me off. Now, for the Seahawks, it is pretty obvious that they need to go and get like offensive line help, but even with Charles Cross, that isn't my issue. They don't have a quarterback besides Drew Lock, and Drew Lock kind of sucks. Um, So I'm gonna draft Malik Willis out of Liberty. I'm pretty sure they are the biggest team that was scouting him behind the Lions. I think because originally, if it was maybe like a week before I actually made this video and actually made my video a week before, I would have gone with Malik Willis at number 2 where the Lions drafted because it seems more obvious that the value for a quarterback to the Lions was like really high at the time. But now, as you can see, there is so much that has just changed. So I am actually going to go with Malik Willis here. Now, for the Jets, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried going for one of the few. Kyle Hamilton was at 8 originally. How much do they change this shit? But realistically, the Jets need edge help, and I think the one guy that could probably do that at this pick is probably Jermaine Johnson, which is exactly who I'm going with. Washington picks at number 11, and I'm pretty sure it's obvious that Washington is going to go with Drake London. It's like they have scouted. I'm pretty sure there's been so many mock draft videos to where they just gone with Drake London to Washington. Originally, it was going to be Sam Howell. I'm pretty sure my first mock draft rebuild, I got flamed for me saying that. Who is it? I keep forgetting his name. Am I stupid or something? I am stupid. It's. Hang on. It was Taylor Heineke, but I think my stupidity got the best of me, thinking that he was actually decent. I was wrong, I guess. I really don't care. But the Vikings definitely need cornerback help and safety help, but they also need inner defensive lineman help. I think the best option is to get Derek Stingley Jr. because he's good for value because the Vikings pick at 12 and Derek Stingley Jr. is projected to go number 7. So I'm going to go with him just to be safe. Now for the Texans, it's pretty obvious that they need offensive tackle help, and I'm going to go with Charles Cross. Originally, it was Trevor Penning. He was going at number. Oh, actually, no, that didn't change. I don't think. Hopefully, right? All right. He originally it was Trevor Penning because I was doing an automatic draft until the Texans were able to pick, and Charles Cross apparently went earlier. But now, since the Texans are able to get an offensive tackle, they're going to go for it without a doubt. And for the Ravens, they really need inner offensive lineman help. And or do they need inner defensive? They are probably going to go with Jordan Davis. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they are. It's obvious and it's perfect for the pick. He's ranked just the same. And for the Eagles, they want to be able to get somebody real good. And for their pick, it is not going to be Trent McDuffie, I don't think, especially because he's getting probably projected at number 20 by the end of this week, which is when the draft will happen, I'm pretty sure. And George Karlaftis is way too high for a reach. So they are probably going to go with Jameson Williams, which is perfect because they needed another wide receiver. For the Saints, I think they're probably going to have to go with not Chris Olave, but definitely Trevor Penning, I think. They don't need a quarterback. I don't know why so many people say that the Saints need a quarterback when they clearly don't. Like, Jameis Winston was re-signed. Why would they do that if they knew that he was good. Yeah, that's basically no logic at all. And I don't see how people don't see right through that. They are obviously going to go with Trevor Penning, especially because Chris Olave is definitely way too high for a reach, and they don't want to risk it at all. Now for the Chargers, they got defense strapped really well, but it's pretty obvious that they want to go with the best available pick currently, and realistically, I'm not too sure. I think Devontae Wyatt would probably be the best pick, especially for the value. So I'm going to go with him. Now, for the Eagles, they pick again. They did trade one of their picks, which is right after this one, to the Saints. I'm pretty sure the Eagles have to go with Kyle Hamilton, and they could possibly. I'm not sure if they could move him to cornerback. I don't think he has the attributes to do so. I'm not sure if he's athletically capable of playing corner, especially because of how hard the position is. So, we're going to go with the safest pick, which is the one that has been so hidden, Kyle Hamilton of Notre Dame, my favorite college football team. Even though I should basically root for University of Cincinnati, since I live in Indiana and Cincinnati, half and half. I should be able to root for both. I feel like people should be able to root for two college teams if they want to. Now, for the Saints, Aaron Rodgers is going to be real pissed at this, but they are going with Chris Olave. Yeah, crazy. But since Mitch Trubisky is obviously not going to be their guy for the Steelers, I am definitely going. I don't know what the fuck that was. They are obviously going with a quarterback, and I don't want to see Desmond Ridder go to the Steelers. I really don't, because he's out of Cincinnati and we hate Pittsburgh. It's going to have to happen either way. Unless I can't do trades because I would have to use premium. But for the Patriots, it is definitely going to be Zion Johnson, especially I'm pretty sure after they lost. Who was it? I can't remember, but it was to the Bengals in free agency. So I can't remember, so I don't give a fuck enough to look it up, just like I looked up. I keep forgetting his name. Oh my god. It's out of Washington. Taylor Heineke. God damn. Okay, obviously for the value, Patriots are going to go with Zion Johnson. Then for the Packers, they are pretty obviously just going to have to go with the best pick available, which for them it is probably going to be either A, Traylon Burks, or B, George Karlaftis. So for their pick, it is going to be George Karlaftis. I think they are probably going to be able to pick a wide receiver because I don't think the Cowboys are going to ever take one. The Bills might. Titans, they might. Buccaneers, definitely not. But for the Cardinals, they are going to go with Trent McDuffie. It is probably the best pick for them at this current position that they're in. And for the Cowboys, I'm not sure. They are probably going to go with Daxton Hill, if I'm being honest. It's good for the value, kind of. But I'm pretty sure the Bills are going to go for Kaiir Elam because the value is a little bit better than getting the Traylon Burks. And it's pretty obvious that they're going to go for that. So, Kaiir Elam, welcome to the Bills. For the Titans, I'm pretty sure they are going to have to go after Devin Lloyd because he's the best linebacker in the draft. And there's no way they're not passing up on a linebacker when they always need defensive help, which I kind of am so confused on why they still need that. So they're going to go with Devin Lloyd. The Bucks now did lose Alex Kappa, So they are probably going to go with Kenyon Green. And now, for finally the moment you've all been waiting for, the savior for Aaron Rodgers, Treylon Burks. Yeah, he's no Chris Olave. But it's definitely going to be the Chiefs picking up Jahan Dotson, and then I'm pretty sure they are going to go with Andrew Booth Jr. And then we've got the Bengals, currently my favorite team, and they are probably going to have to get some more offensive line because currently, obviously, they have Mike Hilton and who else? They have Eli Apple, and then there's always one that I'm missing that I keep forgetting. He's on the roster, I can tell you that much. I don't know why my brain is so fuzzy today. I will probably put it in a tweet just to make sure. But they do not need cornerback at this point. And if I'm being completely honest, Joe Burrow got killed more than he did last year. So they have got to go with the offensive line. I don't think they need to go with tight end, especially because of the fact that they've got Hayden Hurst, which isn't bad. Sort of the same skill as CJ Uzama, except CJ is like quite a bit better. But I think for what it's worth, Tyler Linderbaum is definitely the pick. Now, for the Lions, with the final pick, it's pretty obvious that they are probably going to go with Sam Howell. I'm pretty sure I did put them as the one to get picked in my first mock draft, so I will go with Sam Howell out of North Carolina for my final pick. And that is it. So thank you everybody for watching. Obviously, this is going to be my last mock draft until the actual draft. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video, which probably won't be for another month. Peace.